Hey guys, it's Nathan James Williamson here. Now in this episode of Aesthetic Biomechanics, we're going to be showing you guys how to articulate and perform a TFM Crucifix Row. Now with this particular exercise, what you guys are going to need to utilize is a set of adjustable cables. I'm going to show you guys how to perform this movement. Now first things first, what I want you guys to do is adjust the cables as per where it stands on your body to hip height. So I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna go, okay, the cable is gonna sit about here for me. So that's what we're gonna adjust it to on both sides. Now, with these two fingers here on both sides, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the cables as such, just like that. We're gonna go the other side. Now the left-hand side of the cable is gonna be grabbed by your right arm, and the right-hand side of the cable is gonna be grabbed by your left arm. Now, I'm gonna show you guys, one, how to articulate the movement, and two, what to feel for, and also, more importantly, what not to feel for. Understand with aesthetic biomechanics, the goal behind all of this training is to try and create proportion, balance, and beauty. And if our muscles that we don't wanna work are working, it completely defeats the purpose of the entire movement. Now, first things first, what I want you guys to do is take a step back. The reason being is because if we start from this position right here, the tension on the origin of your medial head isn't as tense as if you start right here. So always take a step back. Now, from the start of the motion, we start just under belly button height, like I said before. With our minds, we initiate the contraction of the origin of our medial head, the highest point up here, right before my trap. We're gonna pull the weight from here, always mental initiating first, diagonally up. We're gonna hold the contraction at the top, squeezing the origin of my medial head, making sure in this particular exercise right now, a lot of the time, what people will do naturally is they'll try and squeeze their traps. We don't want you to do that. So as we're engaging a medial head, in our mind, we're also disengaging our traps as well. Don't forget that one. Starting here. After you hold the contraction, and on the eccentric phase, which is the downward phase, we're gonna use a 4-second eccentric. Back to starting position, 1 second concentric. Hold the contraction at the top for 1 second and 4 seconds, then way back down again. Now, one thing to remember that I like to make sure everybody does with training, when you guys are fatiguing in any exercise, especially these ones, make sure you shorten your range of motion as you start fatiguing. Don't use secondary muscles, just shorten your range of motion and keep that tension in the muscle we're trying to target. All right, I'm gonna get Joe to come into the picture right now. I'm gonna perform the exercise on him. He's gonna articulate the movement from start to finish. I'm gonna show you guys and break it down from start to finish. So Joe's gonna grab these cables, left hand side with right hand side with left hand. Like I said before, stepping backwards just that little bit. Now from this position right here, make sure what Joe has to do is initiate with his mind. You can't just go for the motion, you gotta think about it. The contraction of the rear part of his sides at the top where it originates. And as he comes up, he's pulling as high as he can until he can feel his traps working. We don't want his traps to work. So everybody's gonna have different length muscles, different length levers. When you start feeling your traps starting to engage, that's as far as you go. He holds the contraction right here, the back end side of where the rear delt originates, right through here. He uses that same muscle to lever on the way down, almost contracting on the way down, because that's the most anabolic phase of the motion. All the way to the starting position, right here, through here, and bang, goes back up. 1 second concentric, explosive contractions is what we want. 1 second hold, and again, a 4-second lever. We wanna try and do this 15 reps. And remember, with every single exercise, if you guys wanna grow, you need to progressively increase the weight as we go. Remember, these exercises, it's not about how heavy you can move the weight, it's about how you articulate the movement. Understand that, yeah, the heavier you lift, the more calories you burn, we understand that. But in this particular instance with this exercise, we're trying to create muscle in certain parts of the body to try and create an illusion in certain parts of the body. And by lifting heavy weight, a lot of the time you're gonna be using secondary muscles that we don't wanna use. Now ideally this particular exercise, the TFM Crucifix Row, it's always best to be performed at the start of a workout. Reason being is because this particular part of your shoulder is naturally very hard to engage with most movements. And when you go and do things like side raises, anterior presses, whatever it may be, chances are this part of the shoulder is not going to activate. So what we do is we go into the gym, we get as much blood as we possibly can into the working muscle, and then we go and do other exercises after that. 21st century, this does not apply to everybody, but a lot of the time people are overdeveloped from the front and underdeveloped from the back. So always try and make sure from the back of the shoulder we start first and work your way back to the front. Now this exercise, we'll do 5 working sets, around about 15 reps per set. And if you can, progressively increase the load as we're going every single set. All right guys, so that was the TFM Crucifix Shoulder Row. What I want you guys to do is give this a try on your next shoulder workout, and the comment below, hit a comment and let us know what you think.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joe's YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.